What's up, YouTube? We are back at the homestead trying to get a couple of things accomplished today. However, the heat is winning. So, we're going to go ahead and get this toilet up. Husband going to go ahead and cut the bolt over here on the side so he can take the toilet up and replace this floor and also replace this wall. So, stick with us while we try to get everything on our list completed today.
Snake of the season. I don't know what kind that is, but I don't fool with none of them. Just getting him some sun. I don't know if that's poisonous. Y'all let me know in the comments if this is a venomous snake or not. But it's not a rattler or anything. Diamondback, none of that, so. Guys, let me know in the comments.
The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I fear? The strength of my life in every situation. Whom shall I dread when he is near? When the wicked rise, try to tear me down, they stumble and fall to the ground. Though an army camps around my soul, in him I trust, I won't let go. One thing I ask, one thing I seek, to dwell in your house, Lord, at your feet. All of my days, all of my years, to gaze on your beauty, dry every tear. You're my stronghold, my song, my shield. So tell me now, whom shall I fear? In the day of trouble, you hide me away, high on a rock where I can stay. My heart will not fade, my hope won't sway. You are my refuge, come what may. Teach me your way, lead me.
Yeah, YouTube. So, wifey painted the cabinet first coat. While that's drying, I'm gonna switch focus to this bathroom. So yeah, finally got the toilet up. I pulled the rest of this linoleum and get ready to put some wood floor down in the bathroom. So
Okay, guys, so we have had a long day here on the homestead. We had a long list too, but we didn't get to finish everything. As you guys know, there's always challenges that you're gonna face. So we did get the toilet up. However,
this thing right here, flange, it is screwed into the black tank receptacle under the RV, and they use some kind of sealant. And man, I've used the chisel, hammer, mallet, grit pliers. I've used everything to try to get this thing up out of here. So due to, me not getting that done, I couldn't move forward the floors.
There was some piece, what do you call it, baby?
The flange. So Kingston, you see see how you got my shirt dirty? The flange, get down, boy. The flange, the toilet flange, it screws in, and whoever put it in or whatever, they use some kind of glue sealant, which they wasn't supposed to use that. But as a result of that, um,
Kingston, come sit down.
I can't get it up. So I've used the chisel, you know. But there's always challenges. Of course, you know, this is our first RV. We don't really know anything about RVs. You know, we're learning as we go, you know. A lot of DIY. I don't see myself calling anybody you know, for like a contractor or somebody to come fix our camper. You know, I've watched videos on YouTube where you got ladies, you know, that's redoing whole entire campers and they doing an excellent job. So that's just motivation for me to get in there and, you know, with a little YouTube college, you know, a little Google University, you know, and kind of figure stuff out. So a lot of things we set out to complete today, we didn't do it, but you know, we're gonna take another stab at it early in the morning. But we did finish the bed though. So take a look at this.
So yeah, like husband said, we didn't get to accomplish everything, but we did paint the sink, well, the cabinet. Um, got the sink out as well because we got a new sink that's going in. And right now we're just gonna sit back, relax, and enjoy the land because sometime when we come over here, we don't actually get to sit down and enjoy the land. But that's one of the main focus is to be able to enjoy the process. So we're just gonna sit here, relax a little bit, and then we'll take it in and come back tomorrow and try it all over again.
That's right. So see y'all tomorrow. Trying to figure out what kind of bird these are. Look, they got little chicks. Look at them. Are those pheasants? What are those? I have no idea. Y'all know what kind of bird those are? Let me know in the comments. All right, YouTube, we back. It's another day. Went to Harbor Freight. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get this flange up out of here. Cause if I don't unscrew it, that means I gotta cut the black water tank receptacle and redo the whole fitting and all of that. And I'm trying not to go that route, so I picked up this big bad boy right here. You know what I'm saying? Try to get that flange, screw it up out of there, so we can replace it with a new one. You know, after we put the floor down. So, hey man, y'all pray for me. Cover me. I'm going in. Oh boy. Check this side first. Hope the junk don't break no more. Whew. Hey! Hey! Y'all remember my good buddy Steve Montoya, right? That helped me with the carpet. He told me this would never work. He said I had to cut it and everything. I told him, I said, Steve, I'm gonna give this big bad thing a try. And man, you guys should have seen the way he laughed at me. How about it, Steve? We got movement. Steve said if they use PVC glue, it'll never twist off. So I don't know what kind of glue they use, but they use something. But I broke it loose. I'm gonna cut y'all back on when I take it off. And it's out of there. Thank you, Jesus. Now I can do my floor. Let's go. Thanks to this thing right here. And YouTube College. Alright. So put this piece back in now. So if I grab another piece and I connect it here, I would just have to get the shape of that, cut a piece out for that, and cut a small strip that run from that end all the way to the end of the wall. But I'm pulling this little base piece up though, because we're gonna redo that with some quarter rounds. So Let me get my cuts together, y'all, and we'll knock this out. I'll work on this piece right here. That's gonna be a task, but we'll figure it out. All right, so we know from here to here is 4.5 inches. So we pretty much got that mapped out from here to here. All right. Now from here to here, that's 5.25. So we need to mark that now. That's 5.25. So 5.25. All right, so that's 5.25. I'm gonna get my square. Alright, so this piece will fit in this piece right here, as if this wasn't here. So this will be the last part we work on. So let me go ahead and cut this out. Because remember, this edge got to continue with this edge all the way across. So we can come back in with another plank and boom, one piece. So let's get this cut and I'll cut y'all back on. All right, we got our cut. Okay. So it lines up with this flush. So our other piece can just bloop, pop right in. So now we got to tackle this complex corner right here. So how we do that? So we measure how far this is and how far it goes back. So that's the first thing we want to measure. Actually going back further because we're going to pull this little thing up. So what we got? So that's 1 inch and 3/4. 1 inch and 3/4. So and then we measure from right here all the way back. So looks like the same. 1 inch and 3/4. So inch and 3/4. So this is the first of the complex cut right here. So now we got to figure out how much of this to cut off so that everything can go in there smooth and flush. And the way to figure that out is the distance between here and here. So we're going to mark from here to here. We're going to transfer this measurement over to this side right here. which is 1.25 inches. So an 1.25 inches right there. It's our 1.25 inch cut right here we just made. 1.25 inches. So once we zip that off, we should have our whoop, whoop, you know what I'm saying? Just like that. So we're gonna go ahead and cut that off real quick. And just like that, we in the game. So the reason why it's not fitting is because this trim piece right here, we are going to, where's my pencil? We're gonna cut that much off at the bottom of that so that this can run flush against the wall like this, like that. So let's do it. All right, so we're done with our finessing and, you know, everything. So we are together. Let's check it with a piece real quick. See how much it lines up. Oops. Alright, so we lined up. This ain't the piece that's going here. I just want to show y'all that, you know, the cut is complete. So the next part now, before we start laying the plank, we got to get this cut out, which I already started measuring. So it's going to be this length, but we got to get this width cut out of here. So let's work on that now. All right, you two, we're rocking and rolling now. So this is what we're working with. So we're going to cut the piece that's going to go full length, which is 36.5 or 36.25 rather. So I'm going to run that, and then I'm going to cut out that little piece right there that we need. So we got it right here, which we already cut. I'll put y'all down over here. And that's it. See? So now it's time to work on that piece. And that's it. That's it for that corner, guys. So now we're just gonna run these. Gotta cut that hole out. and cut that hole out. But as always, we're gonna figure it out. So, we flowed from in here into the bathroom continuously. So with that being said, I knew it was gonna be some kind of awkward, small, skinny piece towards the end of the wall. So this is what we're working with. For these scrap pieces, let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Okay. So that's one. And that's two. So we're left with about 1.5 inches, 3/4 worth of strip that got to get ran all the way down 36 1/8, which ain't no big deal. We're going to cut it. We're going to make it look good. We're going to get to it. So let's cut these strips right here. 1, 2, which is 36 1/8. And then we'll do it one at a time because we're going to figure out this right here, which is a 4.5 inch hole. 4.5 inch hole. Cut that out of there. And that's it. Nothing to it but to do it. Let's go. $36 1/8. Sometimes when you score these things, man, the razor blade get to moving. But luckily, on this one, it moved, but the cut is on the side that we don't need. So. All right, let's go put this in. There we go. We're in there. Almost. So we gotta cut our hole out. Figure out where it is. In between here and here, we're gonna take a measurement. Take a measurement from here. Once we get to here on this, then we can mark it. Mark the centerpiece of here and here. And then we'll cut out our 4.5 inch hole. Let's do it. All right, we're done with the hole, but I found the easier route. I just went up under the camper. I traced out around the black water tank receptacle that you see right there. And that's how I got my hole. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to take the easier route. You dig? Work smart, not hard. So we got to cut the next one now. Line up with that right there. All right, let's go. All right, so we got One more cut to do. I just did the last one. Well, not the last one, but the second to last one. As you can see, I disconnected that water line for the toilet. And look, we're gonna do the same thing like we did with this one. Make our lives easier, ain't it though? Ain't it, man? So, line this tongue and groove up. Alright. We're gonna go under the camper. We're gonna mark the little center point. You know what I'm saying? So we can fish this back up and complete that. Yeah, see that? I just hit it with this right here. So let's complete it on the other side. See, there we go. A little hole. We can see a little daylight. That's it. Just need to be a little bigger. Yes, sir. All right, made the hole a little bigger. All right, let me go push that hose through. And that's all she wrote, folks. So now we just got this little strip to do. Inch and a half. Let's go cut it. Last cut. Let's see how we did. It's always better if it's a little bigger. then smaller. You know, we don't want to make additional cuts, so let's check it out. Final piece to the puzzle. That's it, folks. Bathroom floor is a wrap. On to this thing now. Not sure what happened here, but it's my problem now. So we're going to take care of it. So I mark my line right here. We're going to cut. Then I bought a whole sheet of 1/8" ply, you know, just in case I may need it in the future. So we're going to cut exactly what we need. So let's transfer our measurements now so we can see exactly how much we need for this section right here. So once we cut that and I replace it, we're going to re-wallpaper it with this. So we got 25 inches width by 19.5 length. So let's cut us a piece out of here. We want the grain running, you know, vertical. So we'll flip it around and cut it that way. So I know I marked the line right here saying I'm just going to replace this section. Heck, I even cut it out. But to be honest, this whole thing got to come out. One whole piece. I got enough right here. So I'm going to go ahead and this is what we're left with. Alright, so we got this sink right here. See what we're working with. So we're gonna put some more formica over this because it's kind of weird, man. I don't want to remove it, doing all that. So we're just gonna sand it down, put some more formica over it, and then we'll be ready for our sink, which is right here. Show y'all what it look like real quick. Also, check out to see if it fits. So if we gotta modify the hole in it. Did I open this from the wrong side? Might have did. baby hoot. You put it in the hardware? Yes, sir. Here we go, folks. Here goes nothing. There's nothing. We have to modify this whole. No big deal. Got these little faucet right here too. Okay. Even though I kept the old drain thing, but got a new one right here. Cool. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Where'd that come from? That's nice. What y'all think, YouTube? Yes, sir. Picture it. New countertop face, new-ish. Got a new bowl. Boom. Oh, it's coming together. All right, YouTube. We had some ups, some downs, some failures, and some successes. It's a part of the homesteading off-grid journey. We got some stuff taken care of. We got the bathroom floor done. We got that wall removed from the bathroom, which we'll replace at a later date because I didn't bring the nail gun today. Wifey painted the bathroom cabinet. So really the only thing left is to put the toilet back in and the shower in the bedroom will be done. We'll be moving on to the kitchen and the living room area, which is coming very soon. So obviously the goal is to get here so we can do this, more often and enjoy the space. It's a beautiful property. So you got anything you want to add?
We have a deadline in mind on when we want to be on the property full time. We'll share that with y'all soon. So yeah, we're gonna be working real hard because to accomplish that, we got to get it in.
That's right.
So until next time, Camp Overflow
out.